I'm Jason, this is Rick.
And this is the PCS Report.
Welcome everybody to episode 7 of the PCS Report. Rick, it's it's January, so it's a little bit quiet in movie news, but even the quiet version of movie news always means there's something to talk about.
There's always something.
I don't think we're going to muck around, mate.
Let's
just get straight into it.
Let's get straight into it. There are some very interesting stories we got.
And Rick, what have you got?
This one is a very, very interesting story. I actually had the pleasure of meeting this person last year, and I just was blown away. Yeah, here's the photo. And I was blown away by this story. And I'm talking about Stan Lee, comic book legend and Marvel creator Stan Lee, accused of sexual harassment. What is going on? Comic book legend Stan Lee has been accused of groping and harassing the nurses who care for him in his home in Los Angeles. This is just mind-blowing. New York Post reported the nursing company is currently in a legal dispute with the 95-year-old Marvel creator after nurses claim he asked for oral sex in the shower to be pleasured in his bedroom. Oh my God, what is going on? Half of me in this story is thinking, you dirty old man. The other half is like, well, come on, he's like 95. What do you do? Is this going to affect Marvel? In the
No,
is it going to be,
Not at all. He's 95. He comes from a generation where, misogynistic behaviour was ripe and accepted. Obviously, it's not accepted anymore, and nor should it be. But at 95, he's probably lost a little bit of his faculties. I mean, he's a very robust 95-year-old man.
No, true.
But at the end of the day, nurses don't excuse this, but they do expect this type of behaviour in nursing homes. It doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make it that you should be doing that. But to turn this into a massive story, what do they expect is going to happen? Yeah. We're going to black ban Stan Lee at 95?
Is he going to do any more cameos in the movies? Are they going to be,
Oh, look, I mean...
Yeah, they're going to blow it out because it's the media. Are they going to blow it out for what it,
They'll blow it out, but I think Marvel Studios, run by Kevin Feige, is a bit more of a smarter, well-balanced human being to get caught into the current witch hunt which is happening. So,
we'll see how it all pans out, but we'll definitely keep you posted. Definitely.
Unbelievable. Well, leaking on from Stan Lee and Marvel, everything Marvel, and I mentioned Kevin Feige. Well, he's been busy, obviously, starting to wrap up not only Avengers Infinity War, which we're seeing in May, Rick, but Avengers 4 started to close down for its shooting. They have almost completed principal photography, which is a massive achievement, and certainly they like to celebrate the hard work that all the team has been going on for now. I think they've been shooting for about 2 years straight with Infinity War and Avengers 4. And look at the cake they got there, Rick.
Oh, that's a cake.
Yeah, that is.
Oh my God, I thought it was
a cake to celebrate the end of shooting. So it's a big deal. It means we've got Avengers 4 in the can.
Yeah.
Now, they have started to release some set photos recently. Have you seen those set photos?
Not all of them, no.
No, there was a set photo released yesterday, and I'm just about to say spoilers, so if you don't want to see what the image I'm about to throw up in a second, please turn off, go make a cup of coffee for about a minute or so. All right? So I warn you, 3, 2, 1, spoilers, here we go. Now, as you can see here, Rick, they've got a picture there's a picture going on of Robert Downey Jr., right? Captain America dressed like Avengers Captain America. Like, he's in the Avengers costume from 2012. And a picture of Paul Rudd being in his Ant-Man suit.
Ant-Man.
Now, what's interesting is, number one, that Captain America is dressed like the old Cap. 2012 Avengers film. They've got these little round, badge medallion things on their hands and on their chest.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
We don't know what that is.
I don't know. For me, I think clearly Avengers 4 has something to do with time travel. Because, well, how else? How else? I mean, Cap's not about to get in that old suit again. He's got his Civil War suit, you know. Maybe how would he get access to it anyway? Because he's on the run. He's decided to tell, you know, the Avengers and everyone else to piss off.
Could be.
It's going to be
a good theory. You don't know. You just don't know when they release
Don't know. So that was an interesting photo. So nevertheless, going back, and spoilers over, going back to the Avengers 4, it's slated for next year. I think people forget that. It's not in a couple of years' time. It's next year. So, you know, we are really going to be treated the next 15 months to absolute some Marvel at its greatness.
Can't wait.
You know, awesome. I mean, the biggest fear I have is in case they screw this one up. And I don't think they will.
I don't think they... Because
you've been leading up to this for 10 years.
Yeah.
This has got to be.
And we don't know much about it anyway. So it's
we know Thanos in it. We know it's about the Infinity Stones. I mean,
sorry, Avengers 4.
You don't.
Yeah,
you don't.
We don't know.
You
much
really
about
don't.
It, so
no,
it'll be
absolutely
interesting to
not.
see how that goes. In which direction.
For sure.
So.
Can't wait to see it. Of course, like everyone else out there too.
Bring it on. All right. Obviously, let's just keep going on with Marvel and everything else.
Dominating
at the moment. It always does. Let's talk about Black Widow, the solo film movie. Look, there's been a lot of talk about this movie being in production, and it's been along for a long time now, and they've finally got a writer to do it. They've hired Jacques Schaeffer?
Yep.
I don't know much about Jacques Schaeffer. I don't know if you've ever heard much about him as a writer. But look, it's a good news that they've actually hired someone to actually write the script, and it's going in a good direction. There's no release date on when they're going to be doing it, and we don't know really much about how it's going to fit into the Marvel universe. Is it going to be before Infinity War, after? We don't know how it's going to go.
No, that is interesting, I suppose.
So how do we know? You know, how's it going to fit into the storyline? So
I think there's probably an opportunity because Scarlett Johansson still looks really, really great.
Is it still worth doing though?
I think it's worth doing an origin story. I think go back. I do.
So whatever
absolutely.
happens.
There's a lot of mystery shrouded about her past, and we've got little snippets here and there throughout the films. But I'd love to see her being on her first mission, you know, getting to understand that universe, because really a Black Widow film, a solo film, you can't really do a solo film these days without having other Avengers involved.
That's right.
In some way, can you?
So
I think I'd rather go back to the past.
So they might go back. Who knows which way they're going to go? But you know, we don't even know if it's still going to go ahead. You know, they might write the script and they might go. You know,
if I was a betting man, Rick, I'd say we'll go ahead, because Marvel have been pretty publicly supportive throughout.
They have, and I guess with the success of Wonder Woman and all that on the DC side of things, maybe they're going to go on this side and have that.
And she's fantastic in the role.
Oh, awesome! So let's hopefully we get to see that very, very soon.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Absolutely. Now let's move over. We'll stay with Marvel. It is dominating this week, and there's lots of things to talk about. And probably this has really shocked me in the last 24 hours. I think this news was released. Good news in one page and bad news in another. Deadpool 2, which originally was going to be released June 1st, has been moved up. We get to see it earlier. So we get to see it on May 18th globally, which will be absolutely brilliant. Cannot wait. But here's some really interesting news, is the New Mutants. Remember New Mutants?
We did
a trailer reaction on that. That has been pushed back 10 months.
Pushed back?
Now, that's usually not a good sign, I've got to be honest with you, in Hollywood. Okay. If a movie gets pushed back, it means there's problems with the film. They're claiming they want to do it, they want to get a serious, they want to start filming more scare films, and they want to kind of rework a little bit, which is not a great sign, like I said, because obviously what they're delivering in their dailies, everything they shoot every day, is probably not up to the standard they were kind of hoping. So that's a bit disappointing. But look, if it means we get a great New Mutants film at the end of it, it's worth waiting for. Yeah. The other news is a film that's kind of been talked about for about 3-4 years now. Yeah. Is Gambit. Yeah. You know, Channing Tatum's been attached the whole time. Yeah. He's come out to Comic-Con and all that type of thing. It had a really great director attached, Gore Verbinski. Now, Gore Verbinski probably became more famous for The Ring. He did the remake of The Ring, which was a great film. And then he went on to direct the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. So he knows how to handle a blockbuster and everything like that. But they've lost him. So they don't have a director now. So I assume they're pushing that film back from Valentine's Day next year all the way to June. So that'll give them time to get a new director involved. This is a film I have zero interest in.
Yeah, again, it's just one of those. For me, it's just
which is great though in some ways because maybe they can deliver something to me in the trailer that will get me to the cinema. Yeah. But at this stage, I'm not super interested in seeing that. But hey, out of all of it, we get to see Deadpool 2 weeks early.
That's all I really want to see is obviously Deadpool 2 like everyone else. And we're starting to see little things that Ryan Reynolds has been posting on his Instagram and his Twitter and everything else like that, promoting the movie. So
absolutely.
Cannot wait. All right, well, we all know the Golden Globes wrapped up last week.
We're going to change that.
And it was huge, obviously, the Golden Globes. So there was a lot of things happening in the Golden Globes. I just want to mention probably two things that were stand out, obviously. Oprah Winfrey taking aim on the sexism and abuse in the Hollywood during her epic acceptance speech that she did. She was receiving the Cecil B. DeMille award by Reese Witherspoon, and she just did this most powerful speech, and it was a standing ovation. If they had couches in the room, everyone would be jumping off the couches because it was unbelievable. But the thing I really want to talk about, obviously, is there because it was awards night. Best TV series and drama for the night for me. They had obviously the Crown, Game of Thrones, Handmaid's Tale, Stranger Things, and This Is Us.
The Crown, what did that win for?
Not Best TV Series.
What did win Best TV Series?
Best TV Series, The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale, no.
I've never really heard much about it. I don't know much about it.
I hear it's fantastic. But I know it's been probably on SBS here in Australia.
Oh, okay, so it's one of those, yeah.
I hear it is absolutely fantastic.
Do we know anything about it, or...?
No, I think it's based on a famous book about a dystopian future.
Oh, okay.
Where women are treated, I think, like basically objects. Look, I don't actually know.
I don't know about it. Yeah.
I'm only piecing together little snippets that I've seen.
It's quite interesting that, so they had some good TV shows up there.
Yeah.
That took it out on the night.
If you think about it, Game of Thrones, I can't remember the last time it won big at whether it did ever win big at the Golden Globes. The Crown is an absolute fantastic series, worth watching. Definitely. Stranger Things, what can you say about Stranger Things that everyone else hasn't said? And This Is Us, which is very critically applauded over in America.
Yeah, and it was aired here on Channel 10. So
back to that Oprah thing, though. Many people are saying that was like her presidential speech.
Well, that's right. She is up. She wants to, go up for president.
Well, she doesn't want it. It's everyone else surmising that she should, because Seth Meyers, throughout the show, turned around and was making a joke about Donald Trump doing the opposites of things, and that he reacts to what people say in an opposite way. So he turned around to Oprah in the crowd and said, "You would never make a great president," basically saying, "Please run for president. You'd be an amazing president."
Well, I think she would. I think she'd be fantastic. I mean, who's she
I
up
think
against?
we're in a very dangerous ground.
There's a lot of celebrities that have put their hand up. You've got The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's going. He wants to go. Oprah, Kid Rock. That's just a joke. And Kanye West. I mean, really, seriously, while the competition out of the celebrity world has she got?
Celebrities don't belong running their country. They don't. They shouldn't. This is unfortunately, it just proves that American society can be quite, it's a popularity contest, and in the country as much trouble they are in, I think they need to steer away from popularity and more focus on someone who can actually do the job right.
And you think that's what happened with Trump?
Well, there you go. Trump was able to take advantage of a certain time period in America, a certain section of the population who were very unhappy.
Yeah.
He was able to target them emotionally at their core, and it worked brilliantly. So there you go. Hey, now let's move on to the world of television. This is really exciting for me. You've all guys have all seen, well, hopefully you've seen John Wick and the sequel John Wick 2.
Amazing movies.
Great action films, really fast-paced, slick, exciting, excellent. Oh, the direction's been wonderful, excellent action scenes. Well, it looks like it's now a spin-off is coming to television, and people go, oh, no. But this concept, I agree with. Okay. They're making a spin-off show called The Continental. And it will centre around the inner workings of the exclusive Continental Hotel, which serves a refuge for assassins. So, which is great, because you can imagine you've got infinite amount of stories about different assassins
different
going, targets and what could happen there. And what's really fantastic too is some of the talent behind it. Now, the showrunner is going to be a writer-producer named Chris Collins, who's really had some good TV background on some really high caliber shows. Things like Sons of Anarchy, The Wire, The Man in the High Castle. He's been involved in those shows as a writer, so he's got a good heritage behind him. But it's also, going to be backed by the actual helmers of the John Wick films, the director as well as the screenwriters. So it's not just TV taking a franchise and doing their own thing. It's actually going to be the people.
Is Keanu going to be in it, or is he going to be?
Nothing has been mentioned at that stage. I don't really think you need to with this show. I think it's almost like an anthology series in a way, where each episode could be a separate story about a separate hitman and what happens to him on that. That's the way I would do it, like a Black Mirror or a... what's that other show they've got on Netflix at the moment, which is similar? Which each episode is a completely different story. Electric Dreams, that's the other show.
So maybe that should be,
Oh, that's what I would do. So I reckon that's what will happen if I was a betting man, for sure.
Well, yeah, hopefully can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Disney. As we know, Disney is definitely just dominating it out there at the moment, and they had that big deal and so forth. So they're talking about the Disney streaming, which is going to hit. It's going to be available 2019, so it's not very far away. No. Next year. So Ben Sherwood, the president of Disney ABC Television Group, confirmed there would be up to 8,000 ABC TV episodes for the new Disney streaming service. So where's that? I guess the big question is, where's that going to leave Marvel in this equation?
Well, clearly Marvel and Lucasfilm and Pixar and everything go to that streaming service.
Do they bring everything over?
Yeah.
So we're going to see,
Yeah, we are.
So
say goodbye to Daredevil. Say goodbye to on Netflix. You got to move it over. You have to, I guess. That'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, well, that's right. So, is it going to be affordable?
Apparently, the big word is it's going to be very affordable. In fact, they're looking at trying to do a price point at about 60% of current what Netflix is what I'd heard. So if you're talking about $6-7 a month, that makes it very attractive.
Now we're talking obviously American dollars.
Well, we're here just transferred to $10.
So roughly around the $10. So you're still
ahead.
You're
still ahead.
And it sounds like they're going to have a lot. They're going to have a lot more content than what you.
Well, they're going to have the content that I want to see.
Star Wars and
Marvel and
everything else.
All the Fox stuff as well, which you haven't mentioned, is all the Fox movies you're going to have.
Yeah, so... But, when are they going to release it in Australia? Are they going to release it globally, or are they going to just release it in Europe and America?
I don't think we see it till 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to go for it and
just go bang.
Globally, but... it took Netflix a while to get it globally.
It did. It took us a while before we got it here, so...
Wow.
It'll be interesting to see.
It will. Can't wait. Fantastic stuff. All right, big news in the last 24 hours is that Leonardo DiCaprio has officially signed on for Tarantino's new film. He's let the dominoes fall, as they say, because now you've cast Leonardo DiCaprio in an unknown specified role. You will get the highest caliber actors to go with it.
And it's Quentin.
And remember, they've worked together already on Django Unchained, which is a great movie as well. Now, just a reminder what the next Tarantino film is about. It's set in a mysterious environment in Los Angeles in the summer of '69.
Wow.
When the infamous Manson murders happened. All right? And basically, it changed the face the way the murder and criminal psychology was to be carried out forevermore. So, look, I don't know what angle Tarantino will do, but you will know it won't be what people will be expecting. So he's not probably going to play Charles Manson or anything like that.
Yeah.
He'll be a different character. And Tarantino's, every one of his films, he always goes in a direction and approaches subject matter in a way that you wouldn't expect. So, look at his World War II story, Inglourious Basterds. He went in a direction I wouldn't have thought he's gone.
Nah.
His Kung Fu masterpiece in Kill Bill, he went in a direction people didn't expect. He can go on and on and on with his stuff. So,
and that's his ninth. So
that's his ninth, and he says he's doing 10 and he's out.
That's it.
But he's left that door open too.
He has. So
he has that goal of doing 10 films. Didn't say he wouldn't go work on television. And he's
no, that's right. He didn't. That's right.
He's a big fan of TV. Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
There you go. So, Rick, that's it for the week. I think, even though at the beginning of the show I said it's been fairly quiet in January, there was still a bit to talk about.
That's
there,
right.
You know?
They're still there.
And let's hope, Rick, though, that we don't hear any more stories about sexual harassment. I know James Franco came
out, yeah.
This
week here in Australia, Craig McLaughlin. It's just ridiculous.
Well, look, at the end of the day, people who have been accused should be treated like any other criminal. Yep. You are innocent until proven guilty. When you're guilty, should the full force of the law apply to you. But if you have been accused of something that does not make you guilty, and the problem is at the moment, it's a witch hunt. Because you're destroying careers, you are destroying families, because people are pointing fingers with no evidence to back it up. All right, once the evidence has been provided and it has been adjudicated, they have broken the law, they have conducted themselves in abhorrent behaviour, then bam, they cop it. But until then, people, let's wake up to ourselves. This is insane. Well, that's all I've got to talk about this week, Rick. I'd love to hear what these guys want to talk about. Really loving the comments from all you guys.
Yeah, it's good. The feedback's been awesome.
Keep it up. I appreciate it. But just remind the guys again, how do they get in touch with us?
All you need to do, guys, is just give us a comment down below for the video. Also, hit that like button. We'd really, really appreciate our subscribers as well. And just follow us all on our social media sites. Easy and simple as that.
Fantastic, guys. All right, we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
See you guys.